Yep, so I got the radiator topped off and the power steering, and now Bill's gonna work his magic on that carburetor a little bit when we fire it up. We don't have to worry about it overheating now. Pump it a little.
I was trying to do it from the
Oh, you were standing outside the truck. Be nice to Brutus, Bill.
Thought if we had it close enough, it might go.
Give him a little help. He's been sitting a while. There we go. Boy, doesn't that sound nice, huh? Power steering's working. Boy, that puts a draw on that engine, doesn't it? Give it a little gas. Got a little tuning left to do, but oh, Brutus is coming along. I can smell that little bit of old fuel. Can you? I can smell the old fuel a little bit, but I've smelled worse.
Yeah. Where did that little picnic? It's not firing right.
Yeah?
Could be. Got some rust on it or something.
Yeah. What do you say we get a new set of plugs for it? Can only help, right?
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
That and set of points, I think, make a big difference.
We might as well give it every advantage that we can. This boy's got some work to do, right?
Well, at least we know it'll run.
Sounds pretty good right now.
I think what you ought to do, we'll clear everything out in front. You take it around the yard.
Yeah.
And see how the transmission.
I couldn't agree with you more, Bill.
Okay. Okay.
We'll be back.
We got it settled. We're going to do it. I think this is cool. Maiden voyage of Brutus Bumpside in 16 years.
Yeah. Starting to sound a little better.
He's on the pasture test track.
Yeah. The classic truck ranch proving grounds.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There goes the deer.
Yeah.
Sorry, fellas. Here, can you hold that?
Yeah.
Wherever you point it.
Okay.
What? See, it's real nice.
Yeah. It'll take a little bit to limber up and get going, but I tell you what, if I hadn't moved for 16 years, I wouldn't do this good at all.
Alright, we'll get him out of the tall grass now. What do you want?
Okay, now we'll get to the kit and start putting her back. Aha! All the specifications when we get ready. And now we can't return it.
We don't want to return it, do we?
Just broke the seal. No.
We want to stuff.
Breaking the seal prohibits the return.
Yeah. Well, that works out good for them, doesn't it?
Yeah. How are you ever going to find out what you need unless you open it up? Yeah.
You got something to say about that, young lady?
Yeah, I bet she does. Yeah. Oh, look at that. All the clips we need and the balls. Everything. Yeah. Yeah.
That dog's so... Isn't she weird? She is weird, you know she is.
That replaces that. Okay, that replaces that part. And okay, where did I set it? Right there. Good to go.
Bill, I have to be honest with you about something.
What's that?
Scraping gaskets off of engine parts has never been one of my favorite things.
Oh, yeah. Not mine either. Yeah. Yeah.
But I do
I ought to
realize
shoot a little
how
carb
important
cleaner
it
on
is.
there. It might loosen it a little better.
Oh no, I'm too stubborn to do that, Bill.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have it set so it ain't gonna leak. That's for sure.
I like knowing I have a nice smooth surface on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill, when I was younger, that was the only way I could get a lot of older mechanically inclined guys that have showed me a lot of stuff to let me hang out with them.
Sure.
I just scrape gaskets and then they teach me how to do stuff.
Sure.
If you had a kid show up right now and he said, I want to scrape gaskets.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can have them scraping gaskets.
Yeah. No, if they find out a guy was interested and will do some of the mundane jobs and then say, well, this guy will contribute, so we'll help him.
Yep, that's always been my experience.
Yeah.
Starting to look like a clean machine over there, Bill.
Yeah, we're gaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got several clips in this one.
Parts are good. We like
This is
parts.
what I want. Yeah.
Yep.
Put this shaft back in.
I got one more gasket to scrape. Oh, did I just get lucky? Did I just get lucky, folks? Oh, come on. Come on, talk to me. All right, I'm already there. I've already been blessed. Yeah. Hope we got lucky on that one. A couple little corners to clean up. Right on. We'll be back when I get this part cleaned up and the tailgate carbonator restoration guru gets that put back together. Well, I was going to get all the glory for installing Bill's rebuilt carbonator, and then he pulled it back off. So just so I couldn't have the glory.
It's not really true, but
That's my version.
yeah.
We're going with my version on this.
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't
Your story, and you're sticking to it, huh?
It wasn't because I didn't have that stud into his satisfaction, but we'll stick with my version.
Yeah.
I'll be putting that carburetor on in just a second.
Yeah.
I just want to get a shot of the carburetor going on there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the way you installed that stud. Hold on, let me get a close up of that. That's not going to work.
I got to be careful here. I don't want to drop it down that hole.
That would be bad.
Very, very.
Yeah.
That would kind of defeat our whole purpose.
Especially since I went through all the trouble of stuffing Kleenexes down those holes before I scraped the gaskets off.
Yeah.
And I only got one tiny little piece of Kleenex down in there, Bill.
Oh, no, not that.
Yeah. There is one tiny little piece. I figure that'll get burned up pretty quick, though.
You'll probably blow it right out the back end. And then that guy will look at it and say, oh, mouse nest.
Yeah.
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 Now I'll get this snugged down a little bit, and then we should be in good shape.
Boy, we've done a whole lot of good to this engine today, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We've worked on it all day long. Well, not all day long. We took some breaks, but
Oh, we did some other things, but yeah.
we gave him a day.
Yeah.
A good day.
Yeah.
Every time we start him, he runs better, though.
Yeah. I'm going to check this one while I'm at it. It is tight.
We're gonna be loading Bill's parts that he came up for tomorrow, and he wants to see Brutus rolling good before he goes, and he wants to stretch the cable out on the winch, and he might not leave me alone till I hook something up to the back of it.
No, that won't matter as long as you got the rest of it done. I'm not worried about that. But
Yeah. Did you already put the new points and condenser in, Bill?
No, I got
okay.
to do that.
All right.
Yeah, I was just lucky enough I got the
Boy, that's gonna be nice not to have a gas leaking out of that thing.
Oh,
huh?
yeah,
And all those new gaskets and
that accelerator pump was leaking pretty bad,
yeah.
but it's should be stopped now.
And did you notice how when we went to start it, we had to really pump it sometimes? It was
Yeah.
like we had to be the accelerator pump.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to figure out how I'm going to get this nut down in there like I want to.
You need me to do something there?
Huh?
Do you need me to do something?
No, I think I can
Or
get it.
you don't have any more dirty old gaskets you need scraped off?
I just want to try and get this down in there without dropping it down someplace. See if I can get it to start
What do you
without
got there?
cross-threading. Huh?
What is that you got there in your hand? Is that that's one of your tools, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bill brought
Well,
secret
that didn't go that
secret
way.
tools.
That's actually that's a part of an old water pump seal. I don't even know what. Dad put that on that. It's an old SK
Your dad?
extension. My dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Do you have a
Put
lot
that
of
on
your
there.
dad's old
And
tools?
it's loose now, but used to be seeing, and he could turn it like
Yeah.
this. And he did that, and that's probably,
And you like it?
Yeah, I just left it that way. That's been that way.
If it ain't broke,
probably,
don't fix it, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's probably been that way for 60 years or better.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was just a pup when he done it.
Yeah? You're still just a pup.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I howl at the moon every once in a while. Yeah.
We're getting, when we get done with this right here, I'm going to show Bill how I barbecue a pot roast.
Oh, okay.
Most people don't do that, Bill. But Jamie and I got this thing. We take a pot roast and we pound the heck out of it with a fork. Just tenderize the heck out of it, right?
Yeah.
And then we make slices in it and stuff fresh garlic in it.
Oh, wow.
Season it up, and then I sear it on each side, and then we cook it on a slow hot fire for a long time.
That would be good.
My mouth waters just talking about it. So we're gonna have a big classic truck ranch barbecue, and we're gonna have a bonfire, and
Yeah.
be glad we're done working on Brutus.
I hope I can get this line up in there like I wanted to.
We'll be back in an hour after Bill gets that line back up.
It's about what it's going to take, too. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, it's working now. I handed Bill the camera and he said, "Oh, something went wrong," because I was installing the cherry on top of it. And then, anyway.
But it's on there.
We chromed the engine out. Boy, it sounds really good, Bill. And you know what? He hasn't put anything to it since we fired it up. After rebuilding the car and putting in the new points and condenser, he set everything, you know, just kind of preset it, and it fired up and it runs like this. That's a man that knows what he's doing. Good job, Bill. Thank you.
That'll work. This is your screwdriver, so I don't want to stick it in
let's
my
go
box.
put our tools up and go eat some of that classic truck ranch barbecued pot roast.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
And then we got a cozy little spot for you to sleep I want to show you. You'll love it.
Alrighty.
Classic truck rescue. Just love the cool people I meet doing this stuff, and this man just helped me out a lot out of the goodness of his heart. And he's a good man right there. Classic truck rescue. Peace out. Well, this will be the second person that's driven Brutus Bumpside in the last 16 years. My buddy Bill Gross. Bill Gross from Nebraska.
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of tinkering on old Brutus Bumpside. We got one more very important thing that we have to install.
Yes.
And it's mandatory equipment on any classic truck rescue tow truck.
Right,
And
exactly.
we're going to take care of that. And Bill's going to swing her on over there. He's got this thing all dialed in and purring like a kitten. And enjoy your drive, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And it's cold, too. Sure sounds good, buddy. So there's a hydraulic thing winding back there. We'll be looking into that next. Yeah, that whining sound. We freed up a lot of the valves, hydraulic valves and things like that on it. So that's something trying to do something. You hear that hydraulic pump making noise? Boy, it sure sounds nice. Bill did a good job on that carburetor. This guy really has some skills. He's like not the he's not the I've been to college to turn wrenches guy, but he's got probably an equivalent education on the I lay wrenches on stuff and been doing that for 70 years thing going on, if that makes sense, and it will to some people. Bill, I just told my viewers about your education in, you know, machinery and mechanical education. You went to college, right?
Well, I went to a trade school for bodywork. I did a transition course from the Army.
I was kidding, Bill. I told him Bill's not the guy that went to college for mechanics, but he's got mad skills, and he went to that school where you lay hands on wrenches and turn stuff and do that for about 70 years.
Okay.
But where'd you go to school?
What's that?
You took some body shop and...
Yeah, I went to a regular body school.
Yeah.
Universal Trade School in Omaha.
So you're saying I need to keep you out here another week?
Yeah. That'd be okay.
And then some kind of military?
No, the only military I ever had for that was weapons and stuff. I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't.
I didn't have any.
I thought you said something about the Army trade school.
But that was why I had that project transition, because I had no skill from the Army that I could use in civilian life. So they put me in this school, and I took the GM training deal.
That's right. You were telling me about that.
So that was how I transitioned. Then.
See, I'm gonna have to edit that whole first part where I was clowning about Bill didn't have to go to college for mechanics, as he's been doing it since they've been building cars.
I learned a whole lot from my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still have a bunch of his tools, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. Anyway, I was listening to Brutus when you went by. Man, he sounds beautiful, my friend. I am so grateful for you spending your time to bring Brutus back to life, and you know.
Well, it's something that
I enjoyed working on him with you, although I have to admit you did the lion's share of the work.
Yeah. Well, as long as we got it, that's the main thing.
Yeah. He's sounding real good. So we're going to do this one very important upgrade, and we'll be right back, and then we're going to play with cables and winches and hydraulics that are now whining that weren't whining before. We freed up a bunch of stuff on him yesterday, so we're going to find out what he's got to play with. What kind of toys does Brutus Bumpside really have?
Yeah.
People don't want to always just hear me flapping my jaws, you know.
Yeah,
but anyway, I was going to have Bill go over and point out some of the things he did to Brutus's engine, because he did a lot. And although he thinks things like rebuilding the carburetor and putting new points and condenser in it is important, and I agree with that to an extent, some things are more important, like Uga horn.
That's right.
And so all the classic truck ranch emergency vehicles have either sirens or Uga horns. If it's a tow truck, it has to have a Uga horn. Right. So while he explains what he's been doing, I'll be over here taking care of this very vital part of this build. It's essential.
Well, it's a warning device.
No, it's a way for the truck to tell you how happy it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be honest with you,
okay.
Bill. There's an art to playing an Uga horn. You don't just push the button. You can actually make an Uga horn talk. Oh. Yeah, I'll show you that later. But you go ahead and show them what you did.
Yeah, all right. Well, what I ended up doing, we pulled the carburetor off originally, used the old parts, old gaskets, everything, just to make sure it would run, because we had the throttle shaft was seized up, yeah. And the points looked a little bit corroded, so we put a new set in that. And then once it run, we knew it was run, and it sounded pretty good. We went ahead and put a carburetor kit in it and set it up and set the new points and well, you heard it a little earlier, it runs okay.
Yeah, it runs great.
And and then there's little tiny things, you know, a guy has to do, just in a way too numerous to mention, but you know, it's just everything you have to do to get everything adjusted. And we had to check the firing order. We went through that and found out 2 wires were crossed. They were side by side. They just inadvertently stuck them in the wrong hole.
But we like it when we find stuff like that, because we know that that's an easy fix, and once we do that, it's definitely going to run better.
Yeah. And then down here's the fuel filter. We cleaned that out because that's a special filter and wasn't readily available. So we cleaned it. Well, Rick cleaned it.
Yeah, see, I did do stuff.
Yeah, he cleaned it.
If it had something to do with cleaning, Bill made me do it. He's got a whip in the back of his truck. He keeps it in his toolbox.
Yeah. And then this filter here right onto the carburetor. It's right under these wires here, which makes it a little hard to see. But anyway, that was definitely messed up. We got that all straightened away, and had to fix the terminal on the battery. And then we had power.
That involved cleaning, so that was something I did.
Yeah. And other than that, though, I believe it's in just excellent shape.
Bill subscribes to the same theory as I do. When you're bringing one back to life, you don't stick a ton of money in it because you don't know if the block's cracked, you don't know if it's got a rod knocking or anything. Right. So you spend just as much money as you absolutely have to see if it's worth pouring more money into and getting running better. And he's got an expression, I forget how you say it, but he's like, it checks out okay or something like that. When he knows it's time to move forward on something, I think you say, it checks out all right, or we need to move forward on this.
I don't remember what I said.
I probably got you on film saying it, and if I do, I'll find it.
Yeah, okay.
It was doing real good, wasn't it?
It proved out there it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a very vital. You got to have an Ugo horn on it.
Yeah. And it don't take more than 10 minutes to do, so.
Yeah. Are you saying I don't?
It ain't like the guy spending.
Are you saying I don't have more than 10 minutes to do this?
No, I'm just saying that you're not devoting time to something that isn't making it actually run. You know,
it is a little frivolous, but I think most people will agree with me that a tow truck should have a horn on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A little bit here when we get that done, another minute or two, and then we're going to go back here and make sure all these controls are free and operational, and then we're going to pull that cable, the winch cable, out, re-spool that so that it's coiled properly and operates smooth, and the whole unit's it's a heavy duty unit, very heavy duty unit, which is good. So that's the next thing. And as you can see up there on the end, it's got a double pulley system to raise and lower the boom, and then look at that big old heavy cable on the coming down out of the very end, and that's does all the real heavy lifting, and that's just way beyond normal on strength. And of course, it's got the setup for the sling, so a guy can hook there and use that, and it's a nice unit. And then it's got the dolly wheels. If you're after a vehicle that the tires are blowed out or bent, broken, whatever, then you can use that to move the vehicle. And it's got an auxiliary fuel tank on it, which I don't know how many gallon it is, but right here. And it's when that we get a little further down the line, we'll get that hooked up. It's got a valve inside to switch from the original tank to this one, so it'll have a lot of range if a guy has to go quite a ways to get something. So it's just a heck of a good unit, big unit, and the interior in this is not bad at all for as old as it is, and a little bit in the driver's side, which is expected, because well, that's where somebody sat.
That, Bill?
What's that?
You know what's good about that is Road Apple has a perfect black seat that'll bolt right in here. They're both
good.
bump sides.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably the best part on that whole truck is the seat, so that's where that's going.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, we're gonna move the truck over and pay out the cable and lubricate it, and rewind it properly, and Rick's gonna take it over there where he wants to put it and do this process. Goes. Walking by Yogi Bear, and I can't remember if that's Sparky or Smokey, but one of the two. And here's the other one, either Sparky or Smokey. And there is Brutus Bumpside. So he's getting everything lined up. We'll pay out the cable and be all right.
So, I'll fire this up. Let's show everyone what we learned about how the controls work.
Okay. Yeah.
So, first thing you do is you engage the PTO from inside the truck.
Yeah. Push the clutch in and throw that in gear. Yeah. Okay. Now that's going.
Another neat thing that Bill and I discovered is this valve right here. If you watch I'll flip the valve, and if you watch that clutch pedal,
Gotta see it.
the clutch pedal goes down.
Yeah.
And that's a way of disengaging the winch.
On this side of it.
I'll flip that valve again.
Okay. There, come back up. There.
Okay.
That release was all done by the lever right.
This lever right here.
This
And this is a really weird hookup that operates with the vacuum power assist for the brakes. And there's another valve back here.
that does
Is that clutch pedal moving?
come back.
See?
Yeah.
And then when you close that, clutch pedal should go down.
Yep, it is.
And then this lever right here, if you pull it out, oh wait, these are the in and out.
Yeah, we gotta have the
So you have to have the PTO engaged.
right. Okay.
This lever right here is for the boom up and down that leads.
Yeah. That's running that up and down. Kind of hard to tell that it's moving. I got nothing to reference to here. There, it's going back up. Yeah. Okay.
And this lever is for the in and out. Or is it for...
Right. That pays it out. Back takes the cable back, and forward takes the cable forward. So it's pretty easy to...
And this lever also determines which... Where's the one that determines
that's up and down. Now that's, no, all that does is controls that. Yeah. Actually, I think they're both independent. Yeah.
All right, so the little ones for the short cable, and
Right.
the big ones for the long cable.
Right.
In and out.
Right.
That makes
And when
it
you
pretty
got the lever towards the rear, the cable goes to the rear. And then when you take it forward, the cable goes forward.
And do they both work that way? Yes.
Yeah. Back is down and forward is up. Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you say we stretch this cable out? Yep, give me that.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna hook you up with a little hot rod here. And you know that's gonna pay out real slow, so just go slow. All you gotta do is stomp on that right there to get it going. And that's all you need, my friend. And so as I pay it out, if you'll just go straight forward, we get it all stretched out, I'll go get a big sloppy bucket of oil and a glove and grease that cable up. Nice when those big loops come out. We'll suck that in nice and tight. Not good for the cable to be like overlapping and have slack in it and spots and then be wound tight either, because it can deform the cable. But we'll get this all oiled up real nice and wound up tight, and that'll help a lot. I like the way this boom goes up and down. That's pretty nice. I bet there's another gear for this PTO where you could spool it out faster than this. Yeah, there we go. We had a sticky situation going on there. See, it's good to get all that stuff out of there. You don't want to have something loaded on this and that cable supporting a weight and then have one of those loops come loose and whatever you're holding up drop a foot or two. Something else I could try. Let's see if this helps. Yep. Well, folks, we got the cable all spooled out. Now I'll go get an old glove and a big bucket of oil and put a coat of oil on that thing, and then we'll use Brutus to pull the little John Deere lawn tractor back to himself and tightly wind those coils. A pretty long cable, huh?
Yeah.
Do you want me to get a truck and come pick you up?
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah, it's a long cable. But you could see as I was unspooling it, all the big loops and the places where the cable was crossed or crossed over a loop, and you don't want that. You want that winch cable to be tightly rolled up, laid right beside itself, and then going back the other way. You'll see when we spool it up how much nicer it looks, and it's a lot better for the cable. Boy, Bill, when we were pulling that out, you could see those loops coming out, and you probably felt it when you jerked forward a foot or two. And I was telling people you don't want a winch cable like that, because if you have a heavy load on it and one of those loops comes loose, that load can drop a foot or 2 foot real easy. Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, so, and that was actually Bill's idea, to spool this cable out, and it was also his idea for me to go get an old glove and a bucket of oil. And
Yeah.
Classic truck rescue. We're all wore out. Bill's loaded up. You probably won't see it on the camera, but he's got a truck and a half. He's got a cab and a front clip and a, yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but we're tired and we don't care.
Yeah.
Bill, thank you for all your help.
You're welcome.
This man worked his butt off for a couple days out here and helped me a lot, immensely.
As long as you got.
Good to meet you, my friend.
Same here. Thank you.
Peace out.
Peace out.
We're gonna, Annabella's gonna ride with Bill down to the gate, and I'm gonna open the gate for him and then collect her before he takes off. And if he tries to take off with her, I'll be in that thing right there in about 5 seconds. or on that thing over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll meet you at the gate, my friend.
Okay.
He's going to meet his grandson?
Yeah.
And then you're going to see your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the plan.
It was awesome spending time with you, Bill. Thank you for all your help.
Well, thank you for everything too. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out. Anna knows every inch of these woods, not the whole property, but up around the houses and trucks. And she gets real curious if a truck's been moved or a limb comes down.
Because in her world, a limb laying on the ground could be like climbing over a house. Oh God, I hope it didn't go back down there. That would be bad. That would be bad. Okay. Oh my God. Oh no. A wildcat. Oh, well. Ooh. Okay, man. I have got to get to work on. I'm okay because this front fender was wasted and the hood was wasted. Oh good. The windshield was good on this car, and it still is. Came from up there. I gotta move these things. This is why it's really good that we're getting a tow truck running. Where in the heck did that come from? Anyway, we'll get the Wildcats moved. Wow. And I went straight to it too. You're a smart little dog. I'm glad it wasn't over there. Well, I'm glad it wasn't in the middle of the Wildcat. Yeah, because see, I've already got a new front clip, complete front clip for this. I may not use that one. Jury's still out on. This was a parts car when I bought it. It's got bad floors in it, and that guy yanked the engine and tranny out of it for a demolition derby car. But there's a lot that it has going for it that's good. But good news is I have another front end for the Wildcat right there, and this is a complete front 1/3 of a Wildcat, including engine and transmission and suspension. So I'm glad that limb landed where it is, because if it had hit the center of the roof or the windshield, that wouldn't have been cool. And you can see that front end's not something I'm gonna cry about. Wow, where did that come from? Okay. Anyway, the plan is I've got enough spots cleared out, even though it doesn't look like it. I've got big areas cleared out that if I can use Brutus to move the trucks, I can mow there, then put underlayment down and put the trucks on them. But a lot of these trucks need to be taken apart. I just haven't had the time.